Hey guys, Steven here to give you a quick overview of all of the responsibilities that you're going to have as a Chick-fil-A front of house team member. Now, I don't know the back of house stuff, but if you guys want, I can find out and get you guys a list of those things. But the front of house typically gets divided up into 8 basic responsibilities. So the first thing that you're going to learn is probably going to be dining room. Most of the things that you're going to do on your first week are going to be learning the dining room wheel, which is a list of about 6 to 7 different things that you need to be doing. One of the major things is wiping tables, taking out trash, and doing table touch-ins, which is where you go to the table and they like tell you like this is the way that you need to do it. You like set your hand like close to the table as like a way to touch in, table touch-ins, and you'd be like, how is everything for you today? Is there anything that I can get for you today? Can I refresh a beverage for you? Lingo is very important. You're going to learn a lot of lingo when you start working at Chick-fil-A, and refresh your beverage is how we say get you a refill. Okay, refresh your beverage. So there's table touch-ins. You're also going to do things like cleaning, like the windows and the doors, things like that, bathroom checks. All those things are going to be things that you learn in your dining room experience, and filling condiment stands, things like that. Okay. Probably the second thing, these two can be reversed, but probably the second thing that you're going to learn is going to be running orders. Now, what happens at running orders is when everything is, bagged up, where if it's a carry-out order, it's put into the bag. If it's a dine-in order, it's put on the tray. And then what they'll do is they'll pass it down the counter to the person who has all of the sauce, what we call kanbans, all the sauce kanbans, the napkins, the forks, and so on and so forth. And you put all the sauces and the right utensils on the tray, and then you walk it out, either calling out the name for the order if it's a carryout. I've got a mobile order for Terry S, mobile order for Terry S, or if it's a dine-in, you look on it, you see where you're supposed to take it. This is a mobile dine-in at table 8. Find out where table 8 is, take it over there, or this one is being marked with a blue cookie. And so you look for the blue cookie marker and you take it there, that's running. And, both of those are fairly easy to do. You'll probably learn both of those within your first week, 2 weeks, and yeah, they'll be some of the easiest jobs that you do. So after that, you'll start, this is where it can kind of just depend on like, what order you learn them in. But probably the next thing that you're going to do is register, because you need to be trained on register if you're front of house. And once you learn how to do the register and actually putting in the orders and taking the money and whatnot, it's a very seamless transition to going outside and doing the iPad orders. That's my personal favorite position, is the iPad orders, because iPad orders have the highest number of face-to-face interactions with customers. I love doing the iPad orders. But yeah, you'll learn register. Very short distance after that is doing iPad orders. After that, it kind of just depends on what you'll learn next. But like there's Expo, which is basically order running, but for the drive-through. These are the people who stand outside of the drive-through window. They ask for your name, they give you your food, they give you your drink, but they're not the cash register person. They're just like that extra person that walks along the line, taking orders to the right cars. That's what Expo is, and you would probably learn that one not too long after you do like an iPad order. And it could be they bump it a little bit earlier, but so far I've seen that Expo tends to be taught a little bit later than iPad. All right, so then next on your list of things that you're going to learn is you will probably then learn the drive-through drinks. This is my second favorite, which has the least amount of face-to-face interactions with guests. So drive-through drinks, pretty much for the most part, you're just going to plug and chug. Your focus is, if you have enough people, your main focus is going to be the drinks. If you don't have enough people, then you're going to do drinks and desserts. But pretty much you look up what's on the screen, put the drinks in, or make the drinks and whatever. You slide it down, try to keep everything together so that the person who's working the drive-through register is able to keep everything in line and whatnot, hand the right drinks to the right customers. Easy enough, right? There's also the desserts, which you'll learn desserts at around the time that you're doing, or around the time you're learning register. But if you haven't learned at that point, you'll definitely learn once you're doing drive-through drinks. You're also going to learn the window register. Window register is where things kind of pick up the pace a little bit. You're always busy with drive-through drinks, but when you're at the window register, you really are juggling multiple things at the same time because you're working with the person who's bagging for the drive-through to make sure you got the right sauces. You're also counting change and making sure you get the right orders to the right cars. Uh, that one can be a little bit more of a juggle. But then again, that's why it's one of the later ones that you learn. And then the last two that you'll probably learn are the bagging orders, which is the dining room bagging, which is both carry out and dine in orders, and then the drive through bagging, which I think is probably the most intense of the jobs, just because that drive through, like you guys know, the drive through line's always popping, 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 popping. So that's why they tend to save that as one of the last ones that you learn, and why, at least at our location, that position is usually run by the shift leads or team leaders or trainers, the people who have the most experience, who have been there the longest, and who have proven that they can handle multiple things at the same time. Those are the basic responsibilities that you're going to learn. And none of them are super difficult by themselves. It's just, it does feel like it's like, trying to drink Kool-Aid out of a fire hydrant. It's like, holy crap, I am getting so much information all at the same time. Yeah, and it's going to feel that way, but it is all manageable. And once you've got it all down, it can be pretty fun to hop from station to station, find out who you're going to hang out with, because you get to hang out with different people in different areas. And you'll find, I have found at least, that like there's certain people that I like to do like drive through with, that, and then there's maybe somebody else that I prefer to do iPad orders with. And you learn to mix it up. You learn a lot about all of the different people that you work alongside with in the meantime. I don't know. I've just found that the way that they do the training and the way that they do all of the different positions, you're able to do a lot of different things and learn a lot about how the store runs without it feeling too overwhelming. So those are the main things that you're going to learn. If you guys have other questions about starting a job at Chick-fil-A, please feel free to let me know and I'll be happy to fill you in. Peace out, homebrews.